What's going on, everybody? K to the 2 here with our team analysis for week 5 of the Battle Union. This week we are going up against Redithin and his Tennessee Tynamos. I said it so wrong there and I have no regrets. So, basically, this matchup it's a fun matchup, I would say. There's things he can bring that can make it difficult, of course. However, I feel like I have prepared a team that I am very comfortable with. So, I know you guys are thinking, well, Kyle, how are we supposed to know what you're bringing or what he has on his team? Well, let me tell you. I can post it on the screen right now. And his team will be right there, and my team will be right next to it. Alright, let's get into it. So as you can see, he has some mega pincer action along with the Skarmory, so that's a pretty good core to start out with. Then he supplemented that with Raikou. He went with Goodra. He just ended up getting Chesnaught off of that free agent period that I talked about in the last video. If you guys did not see, I traded Venomoth for Quillfish in a free agency period. And I'm very happy with that, and you're going to see why this week. So, there's a Chesnaught, he has a Meloetta, Skuntank, Mudsdale, and Suicune. So, what I decided to do for this week is, well, let's go ahead and jump right in. You're going to take a look at this Megazord X, and you're going to be like, holy shit, that's some power. That's straight power. Hitting 400 attack. 400 after a Swords Dance. And the thing is, if you take a look at his team, it's not very fast, is it? No, not at all. The only things that outspeed are Mega Pinsir and Raikou. And a potential, of course, there's always potential for things that are running max speed, like Meloetta. I'm not running Jolly or anywhere near max speed because I need some bulk. And I also felt like he wasn't going to bring speed on things like Meloetta. And if he does bring speed on Meloetta, I have enough to outspeed Quillfish, that's max speed, like an Adam max speed Quillfish, because if anything, he's going to be like max HP, maybe Bold, probably, or he might be modest max HP, just get a lot of bulk. He's probably only going to be invested to take on the Quillfish, if anything, because nothing else on my team is really that fast. And I'm going to take advantage of my own speed gap by using Megazord X the way that I am. Because Swords Dance boosted Flare Blitz destroys Skarmory. Goodra, it does a minimum of 98% against a max HP Goodra. Chesnaught drops. Meloetta drops. Potentially even to a Thunder Punch after Stealth Rocks. Skuntank will drop. Mudsdale drops. Even a max HP, max defense, Impish Mudsdale goes down to a +2 Flare Blitz. This is part of the reason why I wanted to run Swords Dance. Probably mostly because, well, Mudsdale's a really good answer to Megazord X. If I get a +2, there's absolutely no way he can live. And then he has nothing that switches in to a Flare Blitz plus a Thunder Punch. Because Suicune is his only other thing that can switch in to a +2 Flare Blitz. And it dies to a +2 Thunder Punch with just a little bit of chip damage. So like, if I get T-Spikes up, if I get Rocks up, he's in range. Max HP, max defense, Bold Suicune. And you know what? Sard even sets up on it, unless he has Roar. Which isn't really that big of a deal, because I have enough, the rest of my team, to take advantage of that. So, Megazord X is going to be an absolute savage this week. At least in my opinion. I have not played the match yet, unfortunately. I'm really excited to play this match. So that's Zardex. Didn't need the Dragon coverage. Of course, it would be nice to hit the Goodra and not have to take recoil. However, I'm not doing enough damage to Suicune in order to justify it, and I am very comfortable with this Megazard. So, we are going to move on. The next thing we are bringing is, this is the same set of Crobat that I've brought pretty much the last 3 weeks. Crobat with Brave Bird, Super Fang, Taunt, and Roost with 140 speed and a Jolly Nature, the rest in bulk. Why? Well, again, as you can see, he has another thing that's sitting right there at base 115 speed, which is Raikou. The week before that, last week, what was it? I'm trying to remember. Not remembering. Anyway, I know the week before that, it was Mega Absol, and the week before that, it was Zydoge. So, as you can see, Crobat, it's going to be speedy. Now, the defense is very important for taking on Mega Pinsir. Of course, I can't switch into a return. However, I can take a +2 quick attack and then kill with Brave Bird. I might go down to my own recoil, however, that is fine. I'm fine with that trade, because that's the last thing that really super threatens the rest of my team. Pinsir is the only reliable thing on his team that can outspeed and kill my Megazard X. He could also be Scarf Raikou, kind of expecting that. I'm also expecting, not expecting Scarf Goodra. I feel like that would kind of be a waste, especially if I have a Dragon Dance up, then he wouldn't be able to outspeed my Megazard X. Meloetta can outspeed. If he is Pirouette form, I do have a way to deal with that. Of course, I have this Crobat, which can deal with that. I have Quillfish, which can end up dealing with it. Even Electros can live any hit that it goes for, so I'm not that afraid of Meloetta if it's Pirouette form. If it is regular form, I might have a tiny bit of trouble switching into it. However, I do have Ferrothorn in the back, so I can still get off massive damage if it comes down to it with a Super Fang to put it in range to die to a potential Pursuit if I have it, which I don't. To Crocodile, so I could stay in and click Knockoff and be okay. I can get off Brave Bird damage, whatever. Like, Crobat is just here to be annoying to his team, wear it down with Super Fang, Taunt to prevent his rocks from going up, prevent his spikes from going up. Literally, it shuts down Chestnut, shuts down potential sub on Meloetta, blocks Defog from Skuntank, which is nice, stops Suicune from being able to rest up, which really helps if I have T-Spikes up. So that's going to be Crobat. Next up, we are going to be going with Steven, the Electros. I don't know why Steven. I don't know. That's what came to my mind. Anyway, we have a set here. It's Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Grass Knot, and Super Fang. Double Super Fang this week. We started with Crobat, now we have Electros. Super Fang is really, really nice against this team, just overall. So, basically, we were running speed to outspeed a a very minimally invested Skarmory. That way I can Thunderbolt it, put it in range. I can Thunderbolt the Pinsir. Of course, I'm not outspeeding the Pinsir, but I am modest with max special attack, so I'm going to be able to kill Pinsir. It is unable to kill me unless it has +2 and close combat, which is a definite possibility. So that's Electros. I have U-Turn on here because it's nice to get a little bit of momentum against Raikou, against the likes of Meloetta. Grass Knot, of course, for the Mudsdale, it's doing a shit ton of damage, and I just have a little tiny investment in my bulk in order to just live random hits. You know, it's going to do Electros things. It's probably not going to last the entire match, and that's fine. However, it needs to be here, and it needs to do its job. It needs to get in there and trade itself for a kill. That way, I can start wearing down his team. So that's going to be the point of Electros this week. That's really all I really have to say for Electros anyway. So, next up we have a Leftovers Taunt Crocodile with EQ, Knockoff, and Rock Slide. Now, I started off this set with EQ, Taunt, Knockoff, and Roar. and Roar was to help with Mega Pincer. That way I can roar him around, have him taking more Stealth Rock damage, whatever. You get the point. However, I decided that Rock Slide probably better because I can just kill it. Taunt is, of course, really good against this team, as I already talked about with Crobat. It's going to be able to shut down Skarmory, stop him from getting up rocks. It's going to be able to stop him from defogging away anything with either Skuntank or Skarmory. Earthquake is going to force out a lot on his team, like Raikou. It's going to do a lot of damage to Goodra. Of course, he does have the free switch into Chestnut every time. However, I do have my Crobat, so it's kind of a good pivot there. That's why I have leftovers. It's really good at scaring out the Meloetta, and like I said, I'm going off the assumption that he's not running absolute timid max speed to outspeed something that's naturally outspeeding it by 2 base points, because it, as you can see here, 92. Meloetta is only base 90. I'm running under the assumption that he is not going to run timid max speed, because that would just be kind of weird, especially against for a Crocodile. So I'm running knockoff and 44 attack EVs. It's going to be able to do a lot of damage as it does. The 100 defense and 244 HP means I can live a close combat from Mega Pincer after Intimidate and a Swords Dance. So that's very nice. That way I can get off a Rock Slide and KO it. The speed, of course, I am outspeeding. I'm speed tying with my Zard. I'm running the same speed on that for the same reasoning as I just went over. So that's going to be Crocodile, hoping to get off a taunt after I get up these T-Spikes with Quillfish. So the point of this team is to hopefully get up T-Spikes, taunt him on turns that he's going for non-attacking moves, like trying to heal up or anything like that, and just wear down his team to the point where Zard can come in and potentially not even have to get up a Swords Dance. So that would be very nice. Also, getting a poison on that Mega Pincer will help wear it down even faster. So I will not be upset if I don't run into that problem. I'm running Taunt, T-Spikes, Waterfall, and T-Wave. T-Wave is there in case he wants to bring in Skuntank or Skarmory, and I can punish either of them for wanting to come in and attempt to defog. I'm running speed on this, again, to outspeed the Skarmory. I'm running enough speed to outspeed an Adamant Max Speed Quillfish just by 1 point. By 2 points, sorry. So I have enough points to outspeed my own Quillfish if it was Adamant, because if he is going to outspeed anything with his Meloetta, it's going to be Quillfish, and I don't think he's expecting me to bring Max Speed Jolly Quillfish. That would be kind of weird against his team. However, Taunt is going to be very nice. T-Wave is going to be very nice. Slows down the Skuntank, and it's going to make Skarmory a little bit easier to deal with. It's going to make really his entire team easier to deal with. Just T-Spikes. That's all I really want from Quillfish. T-Spikes, possible Thunder Wave. Stop Skarmory from getting up rocks with Taunt. It has a pretty simple job. Everything here has a pretty simple job, but in the end, it all should come together. It's a very balanced-like team I have here, and I'm feeling very comfortable with it. So, lastly, on the team, we are going with Ferrothorn. Now, Ferrothorn is going to be kind of a linchpin in this game, because if I do let in his Skarmory, he can get up free rocks, and that's going to really help against my team. I cannot necessarily stay in with my Ferrothorn against a Skarmory, as his Skarmory comes in, rather. So, basically this thing's here to take a hit and get out as soon as possible to not allow Skarmory in. Just because I am really afraid of getting rocks set up against me. I do have Stealth Rocks on this, however, I will not be staying in to click Stealth Rocks until I know that Skarmory is gone. Or at least, like, if he doesn't bring Skarmory, that would be absolute best, because he could potentially be bringing Skuntank with his own Defog, and Skarmory is his only rocker. So that would make my entire plan go so much smoother in order to deal with the just the entirety of his team. So it would limit him to having one Defogger, it would limit him to having no rocker, and I can feel free to do whatever I want with Ferrothorn. Now let's go ahead and talk about the set a little bit. Power Whip is there, of course, because I need to do as much damage as possible to the Suicune. And I'm running speed on this to outspeed Mudsdale. That way I can get off a huge hit with Power Whip, and then come in with anything I want, probably the Electros or the Zard, in order to finish it off. So that's going to be why Power Whip is there. It's just doing a lot of damage against this team. Leech Seed, of course, get a little bit of recovery because I am running Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet, of course, is there for the Mega Pinsir in case he wants to try and quick attack anything like the Crobat. Get some extra chip damage like Iron Bars, Rocky Helmet really helps. Even if he just wants to close combat this thing, that's fine. Probably has to kill me with 2 of those, especially if he doesn't have a Swords Dance up. So, him taking, what is that, over 50% damage just from hitting my Ferrothorn twice, completely fine with that. T-Wave, of course, there for the same reason that I had T-Wave on Quillfish. It's to catch the Skarm on a potential switch, or the Skuntank, or Meloetta, just anything, really. It really helps against this team. Slows down his already slow things, and, you know, I'm pretty happy with this team. Let me know what you guys think of this team. I'm really happy with what I came up with this week. I'm happy that I got Quillfish just in time, because Quillfish is a way more reliable T-Spiker against a very T-Spike weak team. As you can see by looking at all of his bulk, Raikou doesn't enjoy them. With Taunt, I shut down Skarm, I shut down Suicune, they can't heal up. I shut down Chesnaught, it can't heal up. It's just very, very nice against his team for wearing them down. So that's going to be the team here. I am really looking forward to Zard potentially putting in the work. If it comes down to it, Crobat can beat his entire team bar Raikou. So that's going to be Crobat there, especially with the T-Spikes up. Crobat will be able to 1v1 everything except for Raikou. Electros can help wear down the Raikou. It can help eliminate the Skarmory, eliminate the Pinsir, get good damage off with a potential Super Fang, knock out Mudsdale with Grass Knot, Crocodile, of course, EQ, Taunt, Knock Off, Rock Slide, just there to do its job. Quillfish with its attacks, and then Ferrothorn with its attacks are really going to help out this match. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave that like on this video, and I will see you guys next time. I just brought up my OBS. There you go. You can see right here that it says Team Anal when I record. Anyway, see you next time.